What's going on, everybody? I have a special car to review today. It's a 2011 Nissan 370Z. I just picked it up about like 3-4 weeks ago, so I've had some time with it. So I'm going to tell you guys what I like and don't like about it, and if you should buy one. So I'm going to walk around the 370 and show you or tell you what's done to it. So first off, I think it has a brake upgrade. I'm not too sure. And then behind that, it has some coilovers. I don't know what brand exactly. For all I know, it could be eBay coilovers. But the car handles amazing, so I highly doubt that. Like I said, I just picked it up, so I haven't had time to work on it really. Okay, so the car has like a little engine dress-up kit, and it has dual cold air intakes. So that's what it looks like. I think this is painted, and then like this is aftermarket, and then it has this cool little like solid aluminum oil cap. It had a tune on it before I bought it, but it had to get reset in order to get it smogged for some reason. So right now it's at the stock power, which is 332. It has a catback exhaust. I don't know what brand. It has a name on the tips, but you can't really see it since the bumper hangs out so far, and the mufflers really push it back. That's what the mufflers look like. You can see that they're like carbon fiber ish mufflers. So we're going to take it for a drive, and then I'll tell you what I like and don't like about it, and we'll go from there. So this is my 2011 Nissan 370Z. I picked it up about 4 to 5 weeks ago, give or take, a week or two. It has about 50,000 miles on it, so it's not too high of miles, and it was a great price for what it is, especially with the upgrades like the coilovers and the exhaust and the intakes, because that would be around like $2,000, $3,000, like just with those parts alone. It was a really great deal, but the car does have a couple issues. So it's really common with the Nissan 370Z with like a mushy clutch pedal feel. So I've been getting that a little bit. Not a huge deal, like not a deal breaker or anything like that. It's easily fixable. I got a steel braided clutch line. and it has like a high heat resistant sleeve on it, and then I'm gonna put high heat resistant breaker clutch fluid, however you want to say it, in the lines, because basically what happens is with the clutch line, it has this like little tiny like heat resistant wrap on it, and the clutch line is really close to the cats, and the cats get super hot because they're the exhaust, of course. So then that heats up the brake fluid, and then it thins it out, and then it creates that mushy pedal feel. So right now I don't really get it. It's mostly in traffic or when it's super hot outside, like in the 80s or 90s. Right now the car tells me it's 66, so it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna get the issue. Or if you have a 370, let me know if you have the issue as well. So the car is great to drive. It's absolutely amazing. We have a Mini Cooper. Mini Cooper has, I think it's like a 05 or 07 or something like that. And that car handles like it's on rails. It's like a little go-kart. But with this car, it just feels amazing. Like the way you can just the way that you can like carry your speed through the corners, or just hit it on a straight, the car delivers. The car's around 332 horsepower right now. You see me? There. Is that better? The car's around 332 horsepower right now. I don't remember the torque off the top of my head. Maybe it's low 2s. But with the air intakes and the exhaust, I don't know, maybe it gave it like 10 more horsepower, maybe. So 342, possibly, best case. But still, it's absolutely amazing. The exhaust, it's just a catback. It did have test pipes, but I had to put the cats on to get it smogged in order to buy it. I want to keep it like more of like a grand touring car. So like super comfortable during like long drives, and just overall just like a nice classy build. Not like straight piped and cut the fenders and all that. I did think about wide bodying the car, but honestly it's so wide that I don't want to. And I've seen some amazing 370s like on Instagram or the internet or whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat. And, you know, just with like a bumper swap and, you know, I think it's like the VF1 fenders. That might be wrong. That's probably wrong how I said it. But it looks absolutely amazing with those. Right now it has a Nismo wing on it, which really ties the car together, and it has Nismo side skirts as well. The owner before the guy I bought it from, he wanted to make it like a Nismo. This is the sport model. This isn't a Nismo. So when the guy bought it, he wanted to make it as close to a Nismo as he could. So he added like exhaust, and he put a tune on it, and the intakes, and the coilovers. So overall, the car, like as is, feels absolutely amazing, no doubt. The gas mileage is decent. I average around 15 city, and then all the way up to like 27 highway, which is like an amazing gap. So this car really shines on the highway. I average probably like low 3s maybe, in total mileage for the gas tank before I have to fill up. If you're wondering, the car costs around, you know, depending on when you fill it up. So for example, I had like 30 miles of range left, and I filled it up, and it cost around like $70. And I live in California, so your gas prices might be different. So it is a little expensive, like maintenance wise, I guess, if that counts under maintenance, or just like owner's cost. I fill it up about like once a week usually, maybe twice if I have to like drive down to San Diego for work, or up to Corona, or if I go to Newport. But if I just like stay in town and just use it to like drive to school and back, it'll last me all week, like no doubt. The seats, they're comfortable, they hug you really well, but there's like this hard spot like right in the middle of your back, like right here, and I don't know, maybe they like put a piece of cardboard in it, I have no idea. But besides that, the seats feel pretty good. If you put your head back, the little like prongs that come out of the headrest actually, like, you can like feel them like flex out like when you put your head back. So that's kind of annoying, like not a huge deal. The pedals are nice, they're nice and like stiff. So the clutch is a little stiffer than other cars that I've driven. Like I had a Ford Ranger, it was a 5-speed manual, and it had about the same clutch feel as this. So maybe that'll give you an idea about how it feels. And overall, this car is absolutely amazing to drive. Like, since this is the sport model and not the base model, it has the rev matching. So you can actually like downshift without heel towing it, I guess. Or just, you know, straight up rev matching. So that's really nice, like around town, actually. It comes in a lot more handy than you think it would. Versus versus like heel towing it or just like straight up rev matching. Because I'll admit, I'm not the best at it. Everybody likes to think that they're like absolutely amazing at rev matching or heel towing or whatever you want to call it. Or they're totally different, I have no idea. So, you know, everybody thinks they're amazing at heel towing, and, you know, that's fine and dandy for you if you think that. But if you're like me and you can admit to yourself that you're not amazing at rev matching, the 370 really comes in clutch with that. So since this is the sport model, it doesn't have like the navigation or anything, hence the Pioneer head unit, which is terribly outdated. It's from 2011. So I guess like right when he got the car, he bought the head unit. So a little history about the car. It's actually from New York. Not like Manhattan, New York. It's like from the suburbs. But that's still really cool in my eyes, at least. You know, I like a car that has like a history behind it, I guess. Like I really like that about it. So it came from New York, and then the guy moved to Utah, and he actually drove the car from New York to Utah, and then he moved from Utah to Huntington, I think, somewhere in that like general area. So I thought that was really cool, you know, like a nice story behind it. And then the guy that I bought it from, he bought it from the original owner that moved from New York, I believe. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really matter. So then the car got moved to San Diego with the owner that I bought it from. I absolutely love this car. I adore it. It's amazing. The car's amazing. The car's bulletproof. With the brake upgrade, or, you know, if it doesn't have one, then I could be wrong. But it has amazing brakes. Like better than any car I've ever had. And that's not really saying much, considering I had a Ford Focus, a Ford Ranger, and then, you know, the Datsun 240Z. And I'm actually doing a brake upgrade on the 240. So this car was an amazing upgrade from a Ford Focus ST. It was a 2005. It like wasn't like a cool newer model. You can see it in some of my past videos, but you know the car's not very interesting. It was a total piece of crap. So going from that to this is amazing. I never thought that I would have a 370 at 19. Like, that's amazing. Like, I never thought that, and I'm so proud of myself that I actually did it. It's awesome. And this car just stays planted. Oh, that's awesome. And these tires are amazing, by the way. So, would I recommend the 370Z? And I absolutely love. So, would I recommend the 370Z as your next car? You know, I would. I really would. I'll be honest. The only reason I actually started looking at these is because I have the 240, and I've always loved these cars. So, it's really awesome to have like the first one and the latest one. Like, that's amazing. So, you know, if you can afford it, do it. You know, do what you want. And, you know, if this car isn't for you and, you know, you're just watching in your underwear in your bed or something, you know, thanks for watching, you know. Just get whatever car you want. You know, I highly recommend this one. For the bang for the buck, you know, you could buy a like a Toyota 86 or BRZ or FRS or whatever you want to call it. Like, you can get those, but you'll lack the speed. You know, those cars are really slow. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like low 2s for the horsepower. I don't know, maybe mid 2s. So you'll get like up to 100 more horsepower, you know, depending if I'm right on my guesstimate of the horsepower for the BRZ or whatever it is. You know, you could get that, or you could get like an older BMW, but those aren't reliable. And you know, BMWs, they're amazing cars, but bang for your buck, best value, the 370 hands down. You know, the 350s are really going up in price, and honestly, I don't know why. Because you can pick up a 350 for the same price, you can get a 370. Like, people actually ask, you know, in the teens, for these cars, or not these, for the 350s. And that's like, it's usually like the 06 to like the 08, I want to say. But if you're gonna buy a car and you're looking at Z's, you might as well, you know, either spend the same amount or a little bit more on a 370. Because trust me, it's a lot higher quality, I promise. So thank you so much for watching. I'll put some video of the interior, because I couldn't really find a lot of reviews with videos of the interior. So I'll see you guys soon with the Porsche review, and I have a rear bumper for this car, which is absolutely awesome. So I'll see you guys next time. Later.
With someone you are. With someone you are. With someone you are.